Well, today you join me on a lovely small southern river. We managed to escape the office for a couple of hours this morning, and the mission is to catch a chub for the camera. The river's looking really good. It's a little bit high, but you know, conditions for a couple of days before Christmas are incredibly mild, so fingers crossed we can bank a chub for the camera. Okay, while I'm in this swim, I'm just going to run through the baiting tactics that I'm using today. The river's carrying about a foot or 18 inches of extra water, so that kind of rules out the sort of the bread flake method that I generally use. So what I've done today is I've gone for a boilie approach. I find this really works well when the rivers are carrying a little bit of extra water or colour. Today I've just got standard 14mm, good quality fish meal boilie. This one's the Pacific tuna from CC Moores. All I've done is last night I've taken it out of the freezer, put it in one of these plastic bags, and I've just covered them in krill amino compound. And what this does is when the boilies defrost, it just sucks all the flavour in, and it just, once it's introduced to the river, it's just pumping out attraction all the time and hopefully sort of bringing fish into the area. When I got here, I literally walked the stretch from top to bottom and sort of introduced 10 or 15 boilies into any likely looking areas or swims that I've caught fish from before. This allows the fish to sort of come in, eat the boilies, gain some confidence, and then if you can get a rig in there sort of quietly, then generally the bites come pretty quickly. So that's my baiting strategy, and fingers crossed we're going to catch a few fish today.
Hey?
Good fish. Big fish.
Festive chubby.
Right, so that's not a bad start. That one's weighed an honest £4 15 ounces.
Honest £4.15.
Well, this is a great start to the session from the first swim that we fished. Got a rig in there nice and quietly, and it was all prepped before, and the sort of tip just nudged around a little bit, so it was an indication that there were fish in the swim, and this one picked the hook bait up not long after. So weighed an honest £4 15 ounces, so we're just going to slip her back and trundle off downriver and see if we can catch another one. Right, before I cast out in this next swim, I'm just going to run you through the tackle and the rig that I'm using today. I've got a £1 test curve Avon style rod and a 40-10 sort of style bait runner reel, which is ideally suited to these river conditions. On the reel I've got a £6 hydroflow mainline. This is a fantastic line, super abrasion resistant as well. And if I get into any trouble with the chub try and sort of snag me up in the rushes, then I know I can pretty much get them out. Moving down to the rig end, I've just got a simple running lead rig, 1 ounce flat pair lead today, which is ideally suited to the flow that we've got on today. And this pushes up against the Target XL buffer bead, and inside that houses Target quick lock swivel. Now I use this system simply because it allows me to change the rigs super quickly. So if I catch a fish or need to change the hook link, then I don't have to break the rig down. Now moving down to the hook link, I've got about 12 or 14 inches of 5-pound target fluorocarbon, and then the hook is a size 10 target specimen hook. I really like these hooks. They've got a lovely beak point on them, so generally when they go in, they stay in, and they're super strong as well. Now on the back of the hook, I've got a really tight hair on there, and on the hook bait, I've just got a 14mm Pacific tuna hook bait. So it's ever so simple, and I'm just going to cast that in this swim, and hopefully we'll catch another fish. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Yeah. Well, it didn't take long. We've gone most of the way down the river now without a bite, and we've come to the first swim that we fished earlier, and unsurprisingly, we trickled a bit of bait in earlier, and they're definitely under these bushes. I think a bit calmer water, and they're more happy under there. And a couple of minutes again, and the rod tip's gone round, and hopefully we can get this one in the net. Yeah, brilliant. Well, here's the second chub of the day. We've just been downriver, fished probably 3 or 4 different swims without a touch. So we returned to the original swim that we caught from earlier, and this is the result. So definitely proves that your location, even on small rivers, fishing for chub has got to be absolutely spot on. So we're just going to get this little fella back and maybe call it a day. Well, we're in again. This should have been the last cast about 3 times now, and because we found a group of fish, we've decided to stay on a little bit, and we've hooked another one. Lovely confident bite again, and really nice to small stream chubbing. Lovely confident bite. I'm just going to ease him over the net. Lovely. Excellent. He's a good one, mate.
Hey?
Good fish. Well, I couldn't resist one last cast after that second fish, and dropped a few more baits in that swim, let it settle, and the rig must have only been in there sort of a couple of minutes after casting out. So we definitely found a fish, and an immaculate example of a small river chub. So we're going to slip this one back, and I think we're going to head off home for a well-deserved dinner.